How's it going, folks? So, Tales of Argon has released a new song. I believe they released it last week or so, just with the song, the audio itself. But now they have the music video to go with it. So, I've been waiting because I knew the music video was coming. And it's supposed to be quite the elaborate video and all of that. So, I've been really excited for this. The name of the song is Steam Train. And yeah, without further ado, I'm just super anxious. So let's give it a listen, shall we? And a watch. Rangers, go.
Outside at home, the path is clear, we're going on. This bad dream has disappeared, never to return. Many days ago we went into an adventure to the flames, and I can't help but to ask myself if the children sing this song. We're back on this place, this nightmare never ends. Into I took a nap, we went so bad, I thought that we were coming back. Am I right? We're out of sight, we escaped oblivion gates.
Yes you are, we're going on. We've been a while outside the storm.
We found a key, we're on the run, and now we sing this song. We're back on this place,
This nightmare never ends.
into the escape. There is something that's no good.
I can watch it move.
It comes again. I'm on a steam train, come with me. We hold a celebration, we found the key. In this
Oh man. Oh, quite the interesting song here, and not quite what I was expecting. It was a little different. One first and foremost, though, I do want to say the video. They really outdid themselves on the video there. It was really really cool. All the different set pieces. They're there in the cave. They're at the train station, and then they're on the steam train, in like various rooms of the train, and it was just really really cool. They're kind of telling the story through the video, and then with the lyrics, and I thought it was really funny how it turns out that they're like, hold on a second, like how do we get on this train? Is this even real? And so I'm not quite sure what's going on, because after we left off of that previous music video, um, they were, in this kind of town. It seemed like almost in the desert or something, and there was a lot of bad stuff happening, explosions and whatnot, from what I can gather. And then they're on the steam train. I guess they went to a cave, and then there's some creature. I don't even know if the creature was real at this point, but it seems like they fell under some kind of hallucinatory spell or something like that, and thought they were on the steam train. But yeah, it's really cool how everything looked, and I never get tired of that steampunk vibe that these folks have, and being on a steam train was quite fitting. But yeah, and the outfits and all that, how they get all that stuff, it's just really neat. So yeah, the video was a lot of fun. Seeing them just goofing and having a good time on the train. And as far as the song goes, I really like that rhythm in the verses. It just had a really really cool rhythm, almost like you're, like on a train, or like a steam train, because you imagine just kind of like the wheels turning, and the gears, and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of gave me that sort of vibe, with that riff, dun, 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 you know what I mean? It just was really neat, and kind of just fit the theme of being on a steam train, at least in my opinion. So that was really cool, and again, I just really liked the rhythm. It was a lot of fun, and the pacing and the melody of the vocals in the verses. I really dug it. And to be honest, the chorus, the first time I heard the chorus, I was kind of like, this is like cheesy, and cheesy is not a bad thing in power or progressive or symphonic metal, or things like that, or just in general. I like things that are quite cheesy, in all forms of media. But yeah, I was just like, this is a little odd. I don't know. It didn't quite land for me. But as the song went, it really kind of grew on me. And so the second time I heard the chorus, I was like, okay, I'm feeling this little bit more. It's catchy, it's fun, and then by the end, I was like, I'm all on board, no pun intended. But yeah, it's like the song, it takes a little bit of time, at least for me. It took a little bit of time for me to really really warm up to the song, or to get into it, because it is quite different. And it's like it gains momentum, again, like a steam train. It gains momentum as it goes. And so again, by the end, I was really on board. We're on a steam train, come with me, all whatnot. And then first they have the key, and then it's where's the key. It's just, it was fun, and it was kind of silly, and but in an endearing way. And I don't think, at least with like the vocal melody and the lyrics, this song clearly is not meant to be taken super serious. They're having fun with it, and they're just kind of telling this kind of silly story of what's going on, and they're on a steam train, and so it is quite infectious, and I'm gonna have it stuck in my head for quite some time. So this song wasn't quite as, I feel like there's a little bit less progressive elements than, on some of the previous songs that I've reacted to from this band. This one's a little bit more straightforward. There's definitely still some progressive elements in there, just with arrangements and different parts, particularly in between the verses and kind of the chorus. But like the verses and the chorus, it's pretty straightforward. But then there's that, I guess it could be considered like a pre-chorus or like verse two, or I'm not quite sure, but there's a piece in there that a little bit of the prog comes out a little bit more in the technicality and whatnot. And the guitar solos were really great. Of course, I'm not surprised by that at all. And the drum work was really great. I think this is Hale's finest drum work that I've heard from the band, from the songs that I've heard from the band. She did a really, really great job on this one. I liked a lot of the fills, and the rhythms were kind of different. The rhythms kind of shifted between the verses and then that like kind of pre-chorus area and then the chorus. So there's a lot of different movement happening, and she just did a great job of kind of holding things together with the drum beats and stuff. So yeah, a very interesting song, a very, very interesting one, to where, like I said, it grew on me as time went. It's the kind of song I feel like you have to give it the full length. You can't just listen to a little bit of it and be like, oh, this is kind of odd. This isn't really for me, and then move on. I feel like the song, it really, really grows on you, and it becomes more endearing and more infectious as you listen all the way through. So, quite different, but I dig it. And again, that tune, that chorus is just fun. It's just fun and silly. And, the video helps contribute a lot to the song itself too. That I feel like if I just heard the song, it would take multiple listens, just because, again, it is quite different. But combined with the video really helps kind of pull things together and really give you the proper vibes to the song, of not sitting there and just taking it super seriously. So yeah, I really like the video combined with the song. So now whenever I hear the song, I'll kind of be picturing the video. And so yeah, at the end of the day, it's just kind of a fun song, a smidge less technical than some of their previous stuff. But that's one cool thing about this band is they're always trying different things, never holding themselves to just one thing, always branching out and trying to check out, or trying to just experiment with different sounds and different styles. Because, I wasn't expecting just some of the silliness involved in this, but that's fun because, it shows that the band's just having fun, and they're not afraid to just have fun and not just be super serious. So yeah, I dug it. Again, the musicianship was great. The vocals were really solid, and just the story that they were telling through the song was silly and fun. And that chorus is just very, very infectious the more that you hear it. So yeah, fun stuff. A lot of different elements in here. I feel like there was some punk elements in there, and then there's some power, a little bit of progressive, and just just some just just some good vibes and fun to be had. So cool stuff. I dig it. But let me know in the comments down below what y'all thought of this one, song wise and video wise. How's it compare to some of the other Tales of Arkin songs that you've heard? I know that there's an album in the works. I'm very, very excited for the album, to be honest, because again, every song that I hear from them is different, but still feels like Tales of Arkin. So it's really cool, and I'm really curious to see what other stories they have to tell on the album, and just what they get up to, because it's just, you're never quite sure what to expect. You expect quality, you expect Tales of Arkin, but just what direction, each song is going to take, you just don't know, and there's something to be said for that. So, anywho, let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this one here, and I'll catch you all next time. Ranger, out.